Aloha, I'm Chef Adam Tabura, and we're in KTA Kitchens, and today's recipe is short rib pipi kaula. We're gonna start off with some 1/4 inch cut of cow beef cut short rib, some brown sugar, cane sugar, some fresh chopped garlic, some fresh chopped ginger. You can use Hawaiian chili pepper. Today we're using some fresh chili paste, some mirin, and some green onion. So we're gonna assemble our pipi kaula. We're gonna start with our garlic first. We're gonna go with our fresh ginger, some of our chili paste. You can use as much as you want. I like it a little spicy. This is a traditional dish that the Hawaiians used to do with their beef that was salted and chilied and dried out. But today we're gonna take it to the KTA kitchen. We're gonna put it in a pan, get it in the oven, get it dried out for about 3 to 4 hours after it's marinated for a little bit. Once we get it marinated, I'll show you how it looks like. So I mix the chili and the garlic with it first a little bit. Then I'm gonna put my mirin over it. Mirin is a cooking wine, just a little bit, get it moist. So when I get that pipi kaula rubbed in really well, once I get it marinated really well, I'm gonna put it on a rack to drain it out. So when I get it into the oven, it'll cook evenly without touching the bottom of the pan either. That's why it sits on our oven roasting rack. So once we get our short rib marinated, we're gonna get onto a wire rack pan to get in the oven. But before I put it in the oven, I take a little bit of rock salt, the pakai, put a little bit over the pipi kaula for a little bit of seasoning. It also kind of shows the garnish once it starts to oven dry. So the theory behind this is to get it dried out, but to cook really slowly. So what I'm gonna do is I preheated my oven to about 180 degrees, 175 depending on what kind of oven you have. I'm gonna set my ribs in there for about 3 to 4 hours. Halfway through the cooking process or the drying out, I'm gonna flip it over to get the other side evenly dried out. So this is what your end product should look like before it goes in the oven. So once we get our pipi kaula in the oven, it's been air drying at 175 for about 3.5 hours now. We're gonna check on it right now and pull it out. Wow, that looks good. I wish you could smell that at home. So what we're gonna do here is gonna heat up a pan. Traditionally, you can actually cool it down, save it for another day, bring it to the beach, barbecue, makes a great appetizer, a great poo-poo. We like to have it with some cold beer, of course, a nice glass of white wine, really good with the spice. So we're gonna heat up our pan here a little bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of our pipi kaula, came out really nice and dry. Not too dry, but you want a little bit of moisture to it. Just gonna cut it up into little pieces, easy to eat. But I'm just gonna cut them first, and I'm gonna saute them in the pan real quick. So for about 2 people, I like to give about 2.5 ribs, 1.5 ribs, depending on the size. Today we're gonna go with 3 pieces. Once I get the pipi kaula cut, I like to heat up my pan real quick. I get a little bit of olive oil or salad oil, whatever you have at home. Just gonna heat up the pan real quick. Once the pan gets a little smoking point, I'm gonna put in some of the pipi kaula. So now that we dried it out, has a nice marinade, a nice texture. I'm just gonna fry it up just to warm it up like we do at home. Like I said, you can do it over the barbecue grill, in the oven again. I like to put it in a saute pan really quick just to get it a little caramelized. If you can smell it right now at home, there's a lot of ginger, garlic. You can smell that the peanut oil and stuff, so it's really nice. So I'm not gonna cook it real long. All I wanna do is get a little bit of color on it like that. I don't know if you can see that. The caramel color. Kind of wake up the flavor a little bit, give it a little bit more texture, get it hot. So I'm gonna take it to the plate. So for presentation, I just put a nice little piece of tea leaf down in the backyard. So a great pairing with our pipi kaula would be a nice glass of white wine, a red wine, a cold beer, or anything that you like to have with your appetizer or poo-poo. You can get these recipes at ktasuperstores.com/recipes. And my name is Chef Adam Tabura, and mahalo.